Welcome back to Western Michigan Broncos Dynasty on the channel. We are back. Hit that subscribe button if you can, and hit that subscribe button for me showing you these conference standings. If you like me showing you that, hit the subscribe button. So we're still second place to Toledo. We are 4-0 in conference play. They're 4-0 in conference play. If you remember, first season Toledo blew our doors off in the MAC championship. They are a really tough team to play. For whatever reason, they just match up really well with us. But looks like their offense isn't as high flying as it was a year ago. Maybe, I don't know. They're the second best offense in all of the MAC. Eastern Michigan is the worst offense in the MAC, and we're taking on one of the more middle of the road offenses in the MAC here in Akron. You see Ohio here as well. They're 3-5 in the MAC. Or actually, they're 2-2 in the MAC. They're 3-5 on the season. But trying to get an idea of who, based on how we're doing right now, it feels like we're a shoo-in to get to the MAC championship game. Jamal Haley, I'm going to keep hammering this home, in the Heisman race. He is in it, and he was shooting up the boards. Could potentially take the lead here if he has a big game versus this Akron team, versus the Zips. Bowl projections. What are the bowl projections looking like? Well, right now we are projected to make the 68 Ventures Bowl. Take on Old Dominion is kind of where we're projected to be right now. Where we would like to be potentially is that first round of the college football playoff. And I think that'd be a pretty cool place to be. But while we're talking about the college football playoff, let's take a look at some stats. Jamal Haley, 816 yards, rushing yards on the season, and 10 touchdowns. So you look at that and you go, yeah, that seems pretty good, and it is pretty good, but is that really Heisman worthy? Is that really someone that should be in the Heisman running? Well, let's take a look at his receiving stats as well. Let's take a look at those. And then you see, okay, this is why he's in here. 501 receiving yards, 7 receiving touchdowns on the season. I mean, he is having a monster season. Not just, rushing the football, but also catching the football as well. I mean, he's up to over 1,300 yards from scrimmage, catching and rushing. So he's having a great season, and we're going to look to keep that up here versus this Akron team. Akron, one of the bottom seller teams in the MAC. So Jamal Haley, we're getting recognition here in game, actually, as they actually have a blurb about it. I wish I could have heard the commentary, because I don't actually have the commentary on, because you would hear the commentary and my voice. So I didn't get to hear what they said about Jamal Haley, but I'm sure they said he's having a great season, which he is. So early on here, taking on this Akron team, and we're able to kind of move the ball pretty well, honestly, if I'm being truthful here. But 2nd and 6 now. Going to throw this one right here to Meredith. He breaks a tackle, and we are already past midfield here. So now a handoff here to Haley, and Haley, big run here, going to cut this one back to the left side, and he's going to be brought down at the 6. So this could be a big game for him. Akron isn't very good. But we're going to find Meredith right here, finish off the drive with a Meredith touchdown. And Meredith does the Heisman pose, maybe, hinting that, hey, our teammate, it definitely, I feel like in real life, as we're trying to take on this Akron quarterback, he's able to get away from us. Not sure where that guy was going, my defender, number 5, but either way, it's 3rd down, turns in the 4th and inches, but I think that'd be a thing. Like, if you had a guy like here in a school this size that was in the Heisman contention, it would definitely be a buzzy thing. But here's A.O. Manor, and A.O. Manor, little swing out here, and A.O. Manor is going to take this one to the house. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And just a big play right there. Again, doesn't always have to be over the top. That's something I really do have to remind myself of. I don't always have to hit it over the top for these big plays. And then I'm not sure what happened here. That's kind of just our defense, just taking bad angles. And we give up a big touchdown run right there. And Akron sticking around here. And then I feel like that's kind of like a mocking thing right there. Like, oh, yeah, your guys, in the Heisman running. Well, what about me? What about you, pal? Can you do this? Probably. I mean, our defense is pretty bad. But Jamal Haley to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Big touchdown run right there for Jamal Haley. He gets the lick right back, and they'll make it a 21-7 game. And that was just a really nice run play. This might have been another game where I forgot to load in my playbook, so I just had to use the normal Texas playbook, but found a nice run play in there. So yeah, 3rd and 6 here, and this time the quarterback doesn't get away. Matthew Bullock able to get to him, bring him down for the sack, and Akron is going to end up punting that football away. So we come back here, 10 seconds left in the first quarter, and don't tell me he's going to do it again on the same exact play. Don't tell me. To the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Western Michigan. Jamal Haley, again, there you go. Heisman pose right there, hit it. I mean, come on. That is just a big play right there. I mean, just first quarter, well over 100 yards at this point. And then we get the interception here. It's Creighton picking that one off. I believe he is a junior, if I'm correct. Either way, nice play right there from Creighton, and not a good play from the Akron quarterback. Yes, Creighton, Devon Creighton is a junior, picking that one off. So we come back again here, 2nd and 7. Screenplay here to Haley. Haley could have used an extra block right there, but either way, still picks up the first down and gets us to the 5. 1st and goal. So we come back here, 1st and goal, gonna hand this one off, and we get some blocks, and it's Jamal Haley into the end zone again. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And Jamal Haley absolutely curb stomping this Akron team. And we come back here, 2nd quarter, another handoff here. Haley gets a key block right there, and Haley almost could have broke this one away, but the far side corner, I'm going to assume, breaks that one up. Jamal Haley now over 1,000 yards rushing. Remember, he was at 816, so big day here. And we still have a nice receiving group here, and Darren Umadu, passing the football. We come back again here. Gonna run a screenplay, of course. Why not? I really like running screenplays here down at the goal line at times. It feels like it's a nice way to catch the defense off guard. We get the touchdown. And again, Jamal Haley, another touchdown. This one of the receiving variety. And I really think it's the receiving game that is allowing Jamal Haley to kind of get into this Heisman race, honestly. If it was just the rushing, I don't think he'd be up there. But when you add in what he brings to us as a receiver, as Akron gets the touchdown here to cut into the lead a little bit, what he brings as a receiver is really, I think, kind of the thing that's going to do it for him here. And then Akron again gets another little garbage time touchdown again. At this point, I've kind of basically taken the foot off our gas, off of the gas a little bit here. We actually didn't score a single point in the second half. We didn't need to. 42-24 is your final, and yeah, Jamal Haley, 312 rushing yards, 24 carries, 4 touchdowns on the day. Darren Umadu, 12 of 13, didn't really have to do a lot in this game, honestly, and making it easy for the freshman quarterback is kind of what we're doing here with Jamal Haley. And Haley, 24 carries, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. Just a massive game for him. And yeah, gonna do a lot for his Heisman candidacy, I think. Getting a game like that, and then add on 4 receptions, 47 yards. Again, didn't really pass the ball too much in this one. Didn't need to, honestly. So was able to kind of just lean on the run game in this one. So nice that we were able to do that against this opponent. And then Matthew Bullock a sack, Jelani Willis with a sack. Able to get an interception here from Devon Creighton. So good game all around. Great game for the offense. Good game for the defense. Defense kind of playing a little bit better here as we move through MAC play. MAC Defensive Player of the Week with Matthew Bullock. And then MAC Offensive Player of the Week was Jamal Haley, which means he should be the National Offensive Player of the Week, and he is the National Offensive Player of the Week. 24 carries, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. Add in the receiving touchdown, and just a massive day for Jamal Haley. So I am still playing with this game pre the most newest patch. I don't know if that's fixed the recruit thing where like it doesn't show up, but we do have Kasim Potassi, a safety, did commit to us. Max Ebron committed to us. It makes it really, I have to say, that recruiting thing not popping up in the weekly thing really makes it hard to keep track of who's committing other places. You really have to pay attention to it yourself. Kind of annoying, but this is what the class is looking like so far. And take a look here at the Heisman watch here. And Jamal Haley now leads the Heisman race. Jamal Haley from Western Michigan, or from Benton Harbor, Michigan. The Western Michigan product is leading the Heisman race, and we are now in first place of the MAC officially, and we are well on our way to going back to the MAC championship game. Might be against Toledo. Akron could still make a run at it as well. You have the gaggle of teams here below us and Toledo. You have Kent State, Akron, Bowling Green. Northern Illinois could even get in on it a little bit too as we move throughout this season. I see Central Michigan down there. Western Michigan up top, Central Michigan at the bottom of the MAC right now. So when we come back next episode, we're taking on Ohio. And Ohio's not a team that I played last season, but you also see we are ranked number 23 in the nation. And that's a little somewhat interesting because I go down here. If I remember correctly, I could have swore Louisiana was ranked. And we go down here, and we are not seeing the Cajuns. We're not seeing them here. So let's take a look at some more information. Did Louisiana drop out of the rankings? That's a real possibility. So we're going to take a look here. Drop from rankings: Kentucky, Louisiana, Iowa, and Syracuse. Louisiana, they dropped out of the rankings, which means they probably suffered a loss. That was a team ahead of us in the college football playoff rankings, I assume, right? And let's take a look here at these CFP rankings. And there we are. Louisiana loses a game, which allows us to jump into the college football playoff bracket at 12, which means our reward for doing that would be taking on Georgia, which is not much of a reward at all. I think there's a way for us, if we win out, there's a chance, a real outside chance, we could get that 4 seed. I believe Cincinnati, if I'm correct, they're in the conference of Cincinnati, and they're in the American, right? I'm kind of forgetting here, but yeah, I mean, there's a chance if we end up with a better, no, they're in the Big 12. So I assume if we finish with a better record than the Big 12 champion, there's a shot that we could end up actually getting a bye in the college football playoffs. I could be wrong about that, but I feel very confident saying if we have a better record than one of those other schools in those bigger conferences, I think there's a shot that we could end up getting a bye in the college football playoffs. So if you want to come back and see that, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, and if you have made it to this point in the video, leave a horse emoji in the comment section below to let me know. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.